Katie. And for those of you that are going to be speaking, I was told to try and hold the mic in front of you like this, and it'd be better to talk to you like that.
Is he gonna do it? Yes!
That's boring.
Good evening, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Katie. I'm one of Holly's best friends and was lucky enough to be chosen as her maid of honor today. Before I carry on, I should let you know I'm a bit of a crier, so please take it easy on me. Laugh where you think you're supposed to laugh, and if it comes to tears, just let them out. Let's start from the beginning. Holly and I first met each other in elementary school, where for some bizarre reason, I pretended I was a dolphin who couldn't speak to her and refused to respond to her for several hours. Please don't ask me where that idea came from. Thankfully, I overcame my strange aversion to her, and we quickly became the best of friends. Growing up in Tawasin, Holly and I lived less than a block away from each other, and little did I know she had so much more to give than friendship. She was my math tutor, where she would spend many late nights over hot cups of tea, teaching me the same math concept over and over, until eventually I pretended I understood so we could play a round of crib with Brett and Marshall. She was my love guru. We would gossip for hours about the boys we liked and our dream guy, using those helpful Cosmo quizzes, of course. We also shared a passion for eating, polishing off enough cheese and crackers at the Battison household to feed a small village. Fortunately, our parents also owned cabins 2 streets away from each other in our favorite place on earth, Maple Beach, Point Roberts. The summers we spent down at the Point are some of my fondest memories, and somehow this includes mucking out horse stalls and picking up horse poop during the July 4th parade. She's the only girl I would do that for. When we were not skimboarding on the beach, you could find us behind Kenny's boat, learning how to wakeboard, or being violently thrown into the water from his tube. On purpose. We served scones and tea together at the LaPorte B&B and prided ourselves on our bingo winnings every Friday night. I believe we still have a pickle boy or two on display somewhere as evidence. We earned a few first place ribbons from the sandcastle contest, where Holly would sculpt and build moats, you know, the important stuff, and I would wander around collecting shells of the decor. We have a lot of participation ribbons from the regatta, where we swam together for a few years until we abruptly decided we were too cool and would loot the candy instead. We never had a dull moment, Holly and I. From ghosts in the graveyard games where boys would hold our hands and we giggled like schoolgirls, to late night fires on the beach where we snuck out of our cabin windows, to meet up with our friends and share one whole beer together. Now, before I get Holly into trouble, and myself possibly, let's talk about her newly minted husband. I first got to know Tony also down at the Point. He had broken his arm and was explaining his injury using exciting medical terminology. I tried to keep up by nodding along insightfully and using my years of Grey's Anatomy knowledge to shout out, "Ah yes, the template!" wherever I deemed it appropriate, which looking back on it was nowhere. I bet you're glad I'm over that, Dr. Joanne. My medical knowledge may not have impressed Tony, but everyone knew his impressed me. Because the next day on Kenny's sailboat, as we were being chased by killer whales, literally chased, I screamed bloody murder and yet started yelling, "Thank God we have a doctor here!" With full confidence, Tony could save us from an attack with a broken arm and zero medical equipment. Fast forward a year and a half or so, and Tony had decided to trust me with the biggest secret of all, a proposal. He was designing Holly's dream ring and asked for my opinion on it. But let me tell you, it was already perfect. No extra help was needed at all. I did not help. The hard part for me was trying to keep my mouth shut. Whenever Holly and I would talk on the phone, and she would complain about Tony's 5-year dating rule, he continually distracted her with. She hated it. When I asked Tony where he was planning to propose, his response was, "I know Holly, and I don't think you want anything too over the top. So honestly, I just envisioned a nice walk down at the point. After all, she has said that is her favorite spot on earth." Wow. There was no doubt in my mind after that he was the one for Holly. I have never heard Holly gush about something the way she gushes about Tony. And that includes horses. For those of you who know Holly, that's a really big deal. Case in point, Holly's Instagram, which features handsome pictures of Tony using the hashtags ManCrushMonday, Family's Fave at the Bar, Forever Will Never Be Long Enough, and Here's to Many More Sunsets with You. Now the same goes for Tony, where he has a not-so-secret affection for her derriere, along with equally as sappy posts. It's good. Featuring equally as sappy hashtags. Those legs though. Found this babe at the beach. Future wifey crush Wednesday. Forever in love with her. Babe alert. And my personal favorite, is that a deep fried pickle or are you just happy to see me? Oh. Holly, you're the most thoughtful, authentic, and loyal friend a girl could ask for. Not to mention, you have a hilarious sense of humor that those of us closest to you have the pleasure of witnessing. You've grown up from taking care of me during Ghosts in the Graveyard games to taking care of people as a registered nurse. You've gone from building sandcastles on the beach to buying a house of your own and building a life in Victoria. You've graduated from combing through Cosmo magazines, searching for your dream guy, to actually finding him. And I couldn't be happier for you. You guys are amazing. So, please join me and raise your glass to a toast to the newlyweds. Mrs. Tawanda. Good job. Thank you.
That took a lot to put that together. That's good.
Yeah, more
Oh my lord.
So next we're going to be calling upon Arlo, the best man, to come up. And following Arlo, we're going to have a 5-minute break to refresh the drinks.
They're going out. Come on.
So, I'm really confident as to why Katie wanted to go first. So, I had something written, but I don't think it's going to be that useful. Thanks, Katie. I'm just going to get rid of it. Actually, so it's gone. So, I figured how else to start, but I'll start with introducing myself. So, my name's Arlo Johnson. I'm Tony's best man. And I've known Tony since grade 3 when my family moved from McBride to Quesnel. There's a long McBride connection that I'm not going to get into, but our families go way back, totally inadvertently, but it's kind of cool, but I'll save that for later. So I'll try to keep her to 5 minutes, but I've been really trying to figure out, you know, we go back a long ways, and I've been trying to figure out, you know, why am I the best man? So, standing beside Tony today, he's always been a bit hesitant because he's reaching, right? Holly's just an absolute babe, and there's Tony. Super smart, but yeah. So, and I was looking at the rest of the groomsmen today, and well, I'm the shortest. And I think I'm the fattest. So I'm standing beside Tony, like, Dad, he looks good. Like, super good. And then I figured it out. I'm the shortest, fattest, and he looks the best beside me. It took me like, I don't know, 16, 18 months to figure that out. I'm an engineer by trade, so don't look into that, but I mean, thanks, Tony. So, getting into our relationship, Tony and I have known each other since grade 3. And we've had many inappropriate experiences together. And what I'm going to say is going to offend most of you. So, I'm sorry in advance. But I've shared many firsts with Tony, you know, to talk about the nice things. I was raised mostly by Leah, just like at least 3 other people on this table, at least 8 other in this room. So thank you very much, Leah. And Mandy, you always gave us somebody to look up to, and I truly mean it. There's a lot of very high-performing Quinnell folks in this room. There's a couple engineers, there's an electrician, a couple nurses, future nurses, college professor, 2 doctors, soon to be 3, a dentist. I know that doesn't really count, but... Thank you for giving us somebody to look up to. So one of the traditions that Tony and I have is every year from the year 2007 until 2017, I've written him a poem that has been shared on Facebook. That poem has been written on his birthday. It started in 2007. It started very organically. Was certainly drunk. But it's something that's just perpetuated, and it's become more than just his birthday. And this year, this past year, 2017, was the 10-year anniversary of me doing this. So I wanted to kind of, you know, now he's going to be married, and it's probably not appropriate for me to continue. I wrote his birthday poem in December of 2017 as sort of had 2 meanings. One, his birthday, let's say 3 meanings. One, his birthday, you know, 2, the 10-year anniversary of me doing this, and 3, I kind of posted his speech, his best man speech, you know, 9 months in advance. And I think it'd be really interesting. I'd like to share that with everybody. I'm going to make a few changes to it to reflect today. And I have 12 pages of birthday poems that are going to be up at where I'm sitting. Feel free to come and read them. If you're easily offended, do not read them. Leah, please don't read them. So, we are going to get to December 6, 2017. And I'm going to read the poem that I wrote for Tony. And it's not going to be easy, but I'm going to read it. If I can find it. December 6, 2017. Fast forward to today, which I'm pretty sure is September 21st. Boy. You guys can hear me? This sounds okay? Not a good one. Is that better? I can yell. This is beat. It'll make it way better if I yell, I promise. Boy! Like Crystal's middle name, you're such a joy. I'm so happy to proclaim that you and Holly
were surely meant to be. Glad it didn't take that bullshit 5-year rule for you to be on a cake. Damn, that ring is cool. As we get older, I'm so proud that I still have your shoulder, even though you're very loud. What's next? Today, the big wedding. I still remember the text. I hope you have nice bedding. As your best man and chief poet, sure, we can see some titties before you get married. I know that didn't rhyme, but that's kind of the point. You're such a dime, even without a joint. And as this tradition goes, on your wedding day, I write this in close, and all I have to say, you have built a great life with an awesome future wife. I'm really glad to be part of it. I hope your day was lit. Happy wedding, man.